thought we could end the year with one last yoga practice for 2025. And I apologize because you're in my yoga room and it's a little bit smaller than we're accustomed to. And my daughter's cat's gonna join us apparently. So we're gonna start, as long as, I hope you can hear me. Let's start in a comfortable position. And just start listening to the sound of your breath. Trying to quiet your mind. Listen as the air comes in through the nose. Imagine the path that it takes as it brings life and new energy to your body. And we'll press both palms together at the heart center. Let the chin sink to the chest and set an intention for your practice today. Think about why you came and what you hope to get out of your time on the mat. And let's go ahead and get started. We'll begin with some purposeful deep breaths, cleansing breaths. So as we inhale, lift the arms up high. And exhale, slowly open the arms with control all the way back down to the mat. Inhale up. And exhale, open down to the mat. Inhale, open. As you exhale this time, give yourself a bear hug. Left hand onto the right shoulder, right hand onto the left shoulder. And we're going to bring the elbows down and just sort of roll forward here. And roll back up. Open the arms wide and exhale as you open all the way to the mat. Inhale up. And we're going to cross the opposite arm over first. Bear hug once more. And tuck the chin in as we roll forward. And come on back up. Extend the hands up. And exhale, open wide. Your right hand's going to reach up and over for a side stretch. As we do this, keep your shoulders open wide and that right hip nice and heavy. Try to just relax your left elbow with every single exhale. Just surrendering a little bit more. And now we're going to shift the shoulders so that we're facing the earth. And our fingertips are going to come to the mat. Now, at all times, our tailbone, our sits bones should stay square, but we're going to walk the fingertips as far away from the body as we can, and we'll stop when we get to the center. And with your next exhale, just relax the elbows towards the earth. Maybe relax the neck, allowing the head to hang heavy. Engage your fingers once more and continue walking the hands over to the right side. And we'll shift the shoulders open, stacking them once more, keeping that left sits bone heavy, relaxing your right elbow. And we'll come back up to center. We'll switch which foot we have in front. And as we inhale the hands up, big inhale, we'll exhale the hands to come to the back of our head. Keep your elbows nice and wide. And we'll lean over to the left. And as we shift the shoulders to face the earth again, we'll bring that right elbow down, maybe tap the left, and then open up, tap left, open wide, 3, 4, and 5. We'll come up through center, and over to the right. Left elbow down to the right and open, open, open. 2 more and 1 more. Coming up to center. Just gently begin to twist from side to side. And relax the hands down to the earth. With the palm still facing the ground, we're going to twist that right palm so the fingers are facing towards the body. Lift that right sits bone and sit back down on that hand. Tilt the left ear towards the left shoulder. And maybe walk the fingertips of the left hand away from the body. Return to center, release your right hand, and we'll repeat on the other side. So left hand tucks underneath the left sits bone, and your right ear goes to the right shoulder, right fingers reach away from the body. And go ahead and release that left hand. Extend both feet out in front of you, sitting up into a staff pose. As we sit, we try to tilt that pelvis forward so you can feel the backs of our legs engage immediately before you do anything else. And we can point and flex the feet. As you flex, try to pull the heels up off of the earth. We're going to just relax the legs, maybe shake them out a little bit. And exhale into a gentle forward fold. So we're not pulling, we're not being aggressive here. With every exhale, we're just surrendering a little bit more. Notice where you feel your tightness, where your tension is pulling. And try to breathe into that space. As we roll back up to a seated position, draw the right foot in with you, give it a quick hug to the chest, and let it cross over your left leg. You can either hug that knee into the chest and do your spinal twist this way as we look over that right shoulder, or that left elbow can come to the outside of that right knee and deepen the stretch a little bit further. Release your bind, and we'll open up our right knee. Maybe gently press into it a little bit. We'll do some stretches here to try to release our hips a bit. We hold a lot of our emotion, a lot of our tension in the hips. So that's why sometimes they can be tighter than the other areas. Draw the left foot in towards the body, and then we're going to press the chest into the thighs. The closer that left foot is to the body, the deeper your stretch will be. guys know I like this one. We're gonna heel toe that left foot over towards the right side of your mat. Let the left knee open up and just gently slide your right leg into a comfortable position. You might not be stacked if that's not comfortable for you. Maybe you're just back in your easy pose, whatever feels good at this point. We're gonna extend the arms out to the side, and our left arm will cross over the right, bend the right, wrap around till your palms touch, and make sure those elbows are in line with the shoulders, finding eagle arms. Feel those shoulder blades opening up. And release the arms. As we release the legs, you can plant the soles of the feet down so that they're a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And just gently let the knees fall from side to side in a windshield wiper type motion. Allow the hips to pull up off of the earth. And we're going to repeat this onto the opposite side. So once again, extend into your staff pose with your next exhale. Relax into your forward fold. Roll up to your seated position, drawing that left foot in. Let it cross over the right. Either hug your left leg in, or maybe hook the right elbow to the outside of that left knee into a seated spinal twist. Releasing the bind. Allow the left knee to open up and gently press into the knee. And then we'll pull the right foot in towards the body. Yes, we're doing a lot of my favorites, but it is the last practice of the year, so I should be allowed to do that, right? I think so. Press the chest up towards the thighs. Heel toe the right foot over to the left side of your mat and let that right knee open up. Slide your left leg across and find your version of a seated position. Extend the arms out to the side, and this time we'll let the right arm cross over the left. Wrap them around, finding eagle arms this side. Remember not to arch your back when you find your eagle arms. And go ahead and release. Shift your weight back so you can untangle the legs. If you want to do another quick windshield wiper, you're welcome to do this movement. But we are going to make our way into a tabletop position, finding all fours. You can swing your legs around, coming to your knees and your hands. Make sure your fingers are spread wide and that the shoulders are stacked over top of the wrists. The knees are in line with the hips, so they're hip distance apart. Keep those shoulders actively pushing away from the earth. And we'll start with just some cat-cow breaths here to continue to loosen that spine. As you inhale, we drop the belly, opening the chest, looking forward into our cow pose. And as you exhale, tuck the chin in, tuck the tailbone in, finding cat. With your next inhale, return to cow. And you'll just go back and forth between the two poses, following your natural breath. finish one more set and then meet in a neutral spine. Letting the knees walk as wide as the mat and let the toes touch. We'll sink the hips back to the heels and the hands will stretch out as far as you can in front of you before the forehead sinks to your mat into a child's pose. You have all kinds of variations and options on a child's pose. If this is actually too much for the shoulders or the back, go ahead and stack the arms underneath the forehead and give yourself a little bit more support. Likewise, you can use your block and support underneath the chest. If you'd like to make yourself go a little bit deeper, hands can go up on the block, and so the stretch is a little bit further. Whatever feels good for you this morning. Draw the hands back so they're underneath the shoulders, and we'll press back up to tabletop. We're going to need to line those knees back up with the hips, so walk them back in. And stretch that right hand up to the ceiling in another spinal twist. Try to get the hands as far apart from each other as you can. And if it feels good, you can look up to that right hand. We're going to thread the needle here. So the right arm, the right hand, goes underneath that left, and we're going to just tap the right shoulder down and then reach back up to the sky. Thread and tap, that's our second one. And reach. 3, 4, and now on our fifth one, we're going to stay. So as we tap, go ahead and rest the side of your head as well. A few options here. You can extend that left hand so that it's long in front of you, so up towards the top of the mat. Or you can wrap the left hand around the body, grabbing the inside of that right thigh. We're not done though. If you want to go even further, extend the left leg long. And maybe go into a balance. So lift the left leg up. Bend that left knee if you want, and reach down for the foot. So all kinds of options to help with that lower back and add other parts as well. Go ahead and untangle. We're going to press into the mat with the left hand, and we'll plant the right hand. Same thing on the other side. Left hand will reach up to the sky and thread that needle. Tap the left shoulder down and reach up for 2, 3, 4. This is our last one. So as we thread through, we're going to rest on that left shoulder. Again, lots of options. Maybe reach to the top of your mat with that right hand. Or you can reach around the back, grabbing the inside of that left thigh. You can extend the right leg long. And wherever it feels good, you can stop. You don't have to keep going. You can lift that right leg up into a balance. Bend that right knee and reach back for the foot. Go ahead and lower the right foot down. Press into your mat with your right hand. And we'll come up to our tabletop position once more. walk the hands forward as we come into a puppy pose. So with puppy, you want to keep the hip and knee alignment. The hands come forward so that you can get your chest all the way down to the mat. Now, you can either just rest your forehead here, or you can actually rest the chin if you want to go a little deeper. And thinking of cat, we're going to roll through, come down to the forearms, and as we come, shifting our weight so that those shoulders are over top of the elbows, tuck the toes, and come directly into plank. Your gaze with plank should be a little bit in front of the hands so that your neck stays active as well. And we'll hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and rest the pelvis down, and we'll come into our Sphinx pose. So we maintain that elbow to shoulder connection. And we're going to look over that right shoulder. Bend our right knee once more. And you're going to reposition the left hand so that you're balanced a little bit better. And maybe if it feels good, reach back with your right hand. And rather than pulling the foot down, which you can do, of course, for your quads, you're going to actually push your foot into your hands. Go ahead and release. And right hand will replace that left. As we look over the left shoulder, if you'd like, you can bend that left knee. And again, reach back, pressing the foot into the hand. Keep that right shoulder active. Release your left foot. And as we return to our Sphinx pose, we're going to slide the hands back so we can come all the way down to the chest. Hands will come down alongside the body with the palms facing up. Reach the hands towards the feet as we lift the chest up off of the mat. And then if you want, you can lift the feet up, coming into a full locust. And if you want to go further, go ahead and bend the knees, and you can once again reach back for the feet, pressing your feet into your hands. Lower back down to your mat. Lower the feet. Hands come up alongside the rib cage. And we're going to press up into a cobra. With cobra, keep those elbows pressing in and the shoulders pressing down. You can find the height that feels good for you. And lower back down. Inhale, press up. And lower back down. And this will be our last one as we press up. And the difference being, this time you're going to lift your hips up, tuck your toes, and press up to a downward facing dog. Take your dog for a walk, press one heel in at a time, and while you're doing that, you're going to just sort of find some gentle movements with the body, maybe twist a little bit, nod the head, shake the head. We need to do at least one inversion a day to get the blood flowing down into the brain. And find your stillness. As you're in your stillness, you can start making sure your body is doing all of the things that happen during downward facing dog. You're looking out past your feet, so you keep your ears in alignment with your forearms. You're tilting that pelvis forward like we do when we're in our seated positions. And you're pressing the heels towards the mat. This is very common that you don't reach the mat, that the legs stay bent. You are making your practice your own, so don't compare yourself to others. Relax the knees and walk the feet up to the hands, coming into a forward fold. Again, keep the knees bent so you can rest the chest onto the thighs and hang out in a ragdoll here. You should be able to sway the head, shake the head. If you want to grab opposite elbows to increase the inversion. Release your hands down to the mat, bending the knees even a little bit deeper. We're going to begin to roll up to a standing position. So as we stand, you're going to straighten the spine, and with each vertebra that straightens and comes to life, engages, your head will be the last thing that comes up as we reach mountain pose. Mountain pose is one of our power poses, so you want to make sure that you get this right. The energy flows down our back, so you want to keep that tailbone tucked under. As you ground to the earth, make sure all four corners of the feet have equal weight distributed to them. Engage your thigh muscles as the energy is flowing up the front, so they lift up off of the knee. Engage your core for your stability and balance. And our shoulders are pressing down and back. Inhale, both hands all the way up. And with our prayer pose hands, lean over to the right. Coming through center. Exhale as we lean to the left. And come back to center. Take a big exhale and we'll swan dive all the way into a forward fold. Inhale halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And as we do that, this time we'll plant the hands so we can step back to a downward facing dog. Shifting the weight to the left foot, lift that right foot up. Three-legged dog. Keep those hips square to the mat. Our shoulders are level. Draw the knee into the nose. Arch the back up like you're in a cat. And then swing your foot in between the hands. A little lunge. You should be able to lift up so you're light on your fingertips. And once you feel like you're comfortable and safe, lower the back knee and press your way up to a crescent lunge. With crescent, oh no! That left hip flexor should be nice and stretched open. And maybe you get into your back space a little bit. Pulling our hands to our heart center. We're gonna get another twist in here. Twisting out the bad juju, getting room for the new stuff for next year. Left elbow will go to the outside of that right knee. Open the hands up as the right hand comes back to the back of the left leg. The left hand reaches up to the sky. Cartwheel both hands down to the inside of that right foot. Maybe heel toe it over to the right just a bit so that you can keep the knee in alignment with the ankle. And this is your lizard lunge, so you need to make it your version. If you need a little bit more therapeutic today, you can stay upright, keep the knee down. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can always go down to the forearms and maybe lift your back knee. If you did lift the back knee, let's go ahead and lower it down so that we can press our way back up. That right hand will reach up for another spinal twist. And pull yourself back up. That right hand is reaching back, left hand is forward. Cartwheel the right hand up and over. And we'll shift our weight back for that left foot. Pull the toes up off of the mat in a half split. Relax towards the leg. As we shift our weight back to normal, we're going to pivot that left foot so it's on the right side of the mat, and we'll cartwheel the arms up into our gate pose. And shift it right back into a supported side plank. Really pull up that left side of the rib cage. And lift your right foot up. Right knee comes to that right elbow. Reach it long. And come back up through. Cartwheel the hands back. Unpivot that left foot. Tuck the toe as we lift the back knee. And our right foot returns to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Shift your weight to the right foot, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. Draw the knee into the nose, swing your foot through for that low lunge. Drop your back knee and lift for a crescent. Notice that hip flexor. Draw your hands to your heart center. Pivoting from the waist, we'll twist towards the left, and the right elbow goes to the outside of that left knee. Cartwheel the arms up as the left hand comes to the outside of the back side, of the right leg. Right hand reaches up to the sky. And cartwheel both hands down to the inside of that left foot. And you'll find your version of that lizard lunge once more. Drop the back knee if you had it lifted, pressing into the hands. Left hand reaches up, spinal twist. Coming back We're gonna have that left hand reaching back, right hand reaching forward, maintaining our twist. And cartwheel both hands over and down to the mat. Shift our weight back to that right leg, straightening the left, and relax your head down towards the mat into your half split. Pivot your right knee as we cartwheel ourselves up to our gate pose. And cartwheel all the way through for a supported side plank, pulling up the right rib cage this time, and find your balance. Left knee to the left elbow. Straighten out. As we lower that left, we're going to cartwheel the hands all the way up to the top of the mat once more. Lift the back knee and bring that left foot back to meet the right. Downward facing dog. Your version of a vinyasa flow. As you exhale, you're lowering to the mat. So you can go down to tabletop, a half plank, or a full plank, and chaturanga down to the mat. Whatever feels good for you. So here we go. Exhale, lower to your mat. Inhale, lift up to your back bend of choice. Maybe it's a sphinx, a cobra, or an up dog. And then we're gonna press our way back up to a downward facing dog. Bend both knees deeply and look to the top of your mat and make your way there any way you want. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now while we're down here, we're gonna walk the hands over to the right. If our hands aren't touching the earth, that's okay. We're just gonna move over to the right, maybe grab the outside of that right leg. And breathe. Walk hands through center, over to the left. And back to center. Root to rise, stand all the way up. See how many things I can knock off the wall. Draw all that energy into your heart center. Coming through prayer pose. And then our hands are gonna open up alongside us with the palms facing forward. Mountain pose. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, sit back into your chair pose. If you can wiggle your toes, you have your weight balanced where it should be. Go ahead and draw your hands to your heart center. Shift your weight to that left foot so that we can step back with the right leg into a high lunge. Pivot the feet, coming directly into a goddess squat. Keep that upper body lifted. And we're gonna go right into a side lunge here. And sit back. And let that right knee open up. The left hand will go in front of the left leg. Right hand, arm will reach up and over for a side stretch. And as we come up through center, right hand behind us, left hand onto that right knee, and a twist towards the right. As we return to the front, we're going to plant that right foot once more. And we're going to do a bind here. So the right arm is going to go in front of this right leg. So we have the forearm here, the palm is facing out as it reaches behind us. And the left hand is just going to reach behind the back, grabbing that palm. Open the chest and look up to your left. As you release the bind, we're going to come back up to our side lunge, and we'll come through center and make our way to the left side. Go ahead and find your seat and draw your left heel in. Right hand comes to the inside of that right leg. Reach up and over with the left arm. So come up through center. The left hand will reach behind the right hand to that left knee. Look over your left shoulder. Release the bind once more. Plant your left foot. And again, the bind, so that left arm's going to reach around the front of the knee. The right hand will reach behind your back. Open up the shoulders and look up towards the right corner. And release the bind. We're going to push back up to our side lunge. Come through center and stand all the way up. Arms out to the side, flat back. Both hands reach down to the earth in front of the face. Left hand reaches up to the sky. If you can, look up to the sky. And bring that left hand down. Right hand reaches up. And release down. Walk the hands back so that they're more in alignment with the feet. And just relax the crown of the head towards the earth. And walk the hands once more in front of the face. Hands come to the waist with a flat back. Stand all the way up. Arms come out to the T. We're going to pivot first to that left foot. Bring that right hand up, returning to the high lunge, and step right back into the chair pose. Standing up, hands to prayer, open up alongside, returning to mountain. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, swan dive into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold, and step back to your downward facing dog. Release both knees down to the mat, finding your tabletop position, and sink the hips back to the heels, resting your forehead on the mat. As we're cooling down, if you want to bring the hands down alongside the body so it's a more restful child's pose, you can. We're going to sit up onto the heels in our hero pose. Interlace the fingers and roll out the wrists. Press the palms away and then lift those palms up to the sky. With a big exhale, open the arms wide, bring them back behind us. Interlace the fingers, straighten the arms, opening the chest, do a shoulder rinse. And then as you bow forward, rest the forehead on the mat, press into that so you roll onto the crown of your head and let your hands fall over the head. With control, release the hands down to the mat. Press your way up to a tabletop. Make circles with the entire body here, finding your hip space and also your wrists. And we'll go in the opposite direction. Returning to tabletop, swing the legs around, and first come to your seated position here. Your right hand is going to reach up to the sky and pat yourself on the back. That left hand can either reach over and pull that elbow further, or it can reach up the back and see if your fingertips can touch into an open cow face. Releasing the open cow face arms, both hands are going to come in front. I'm going to swing my left leg back behind because it's in front. I'm going to swing it back behind me, coming right into a pigeon pose. Your back leg doesn't have to be straight. You don't have to come up all crazy on this. Just find your comfortable spot. And then if you want, you can walk the hands out in front and relax. Press yourself back up to a seated position. And as we swing that left leg, my left leg back around, whichever leg you had, we'll switch whichever foot you had and put the opposite in front this time. Our left hand will reach up to the sky and pat ourselves on the back. And just like before, either help it a little bit more if you're far away from touching, or you can reach up the back and see if your fingertips touch into an open cow face.
Come my baby's food downstairs? Hello?
Brandon,
What?
they're in a bag at your house.
No, I just had him on the cedar chest last night. I didn't bring him home with us.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm posting live.
sorry.
No, I did bring them home for you. They're in the bag.
They're
I
in the
sent
bag,
them.
okay.
All right, release the arms. It's fine. And swing that right leg around into your pigeon pose. And if you want, you can walk your hands forward. And again, relax. Oh, we're getting another visitor. Hi, Zioni. Can you move? Okay. We're going to press ourselves up and swing that leg around. Plant both of your feet so that they're about hip distance apart. And going into a boat pose. Find that sweet spot on your tailbone where you can balance. And you can hold on to the backs of your legs if you need to. Or maybe you don't need to, and you can reach ahead. Really just think about lengthening that spine. We'll hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your feet down and roll onto your back. Keep both feet planted. And we're going to start by spinning. We're going to lift first one foot and then the other foot up to the sky. A few of those poses we say we have to do every single day. This is another one of those. Keeping the feet up in the sky at least once a day. So go ahead and make some ankle circles while we're here. Let's go in the opposite direction. Hands back behind our head like we did in the very beginning of our practice. Try to keep those elbows as wide as possible. And as we now tuck the tailbone to make sure that that lower back is pressing into the mat, we're going to lift our upper body off into a traditional crunch position. Go ahead and lower the right leg down, and then we'll switch left. So just a normal scissor to begin with. And this is our 5th, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you can keep doing that, or you can add the arms, okay? So if you add the arms, when my right leg is up, both arms are going to reach to the outside of that right leg. Left and right. And this is our 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and bring both thighs into the chest, relaxing the head back down to the mat. Give it a nice little rock side to side. Release your feet to your mat, and our arms are going to come up into cactus arms. Allow both knees fall together to the right side, and we'll look over that left shoulder. Look up to the center, draw your legs up. Allow both legs to fall over to the left side, and we'll look over the right shoulder. Draw your head up to center first, followed by the legs. Our arms are going to come down alongside the body with the palms pressing into the earth. Walk your feet as close to your sits bones as you can get them, and you'll want them a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Tuck that tailbone under so that lower back is squeezing into the mat, and then begin by lifting the hips up to the sky. Now you can walk your shoulders in and clasp your fingers so that you can even get into a deeper supported bridge here if you want, or you can just have a more gentle version, however you want to end your practice. We're going to slowly think of one vertebra at a time, making contact with the earth. Lower back down. And we're making our way into a corpse pose for Shavasana already. So if you want to add anything to make this part a little bit more comfortable, feel free to do that. Whenever you get into your ending posture, you can just begin to do your cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And begin doing your own body scan, noticing if you still have any tension anywhere, any stress. And try to breathe into that space and just release it. Remember, Shavasana is the most challenging part of the yoga practice, but the most important part. So if you have time to stick around, I encourage you to do so. As you lie in your corpse pose, we'll begin by relaxing the toes. Relax the feet. Relax the calves. Relax the thighs. Release the hips, allowing the legs to rotate outward. Relax the core, feeling yourself growing heavier onto the mat. Relax the hands. Relax the arms. Relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. press the tongue to the roof of the mouth as you release the jaw. And relax the muscles of the face. And wiggle your fingers and your toes, inviting gentle movement back into the body. And you can just slowly make your way to one side, cradling your head with your arm. As we come to another year that has drawn to a close, we can take a moment to look back at it and just reflect on the journey that we've taken. I guarantee you that looking back, you took some twists and turns that you never imagined would have come into your life. But they did, and you responded, you reacted, and you are the person who you are today because of those unexpected additions. Likewise, I guarantee you this time next year, your life will not be the same. It will not be what you expect it to be. And I know it's easier said than done, but I encourage all of us to approach the year with an open heart, an open mind, open arms, and embrace what comes our way. Be open to change, even if it is difficult. But more important than anything else, remember to be present in each moment. Grateful for every little thing that we have around us. Thank you so much for taking time on this, the last day of the 2025, to practice with me. And if you don't see this until later, hopefully it brings you into the new year with just a little bit of energy, getting rid of the old, making space for the new and what's to come. So thank you so much, and namaste.